In this demo, we'll discover Windows, Linux, and VMware hosts on ViPR. Now we need to add the physical Windows and the Linux hosts, as well as the Vcenter Server. We will do this from the Host submenu. We'll start by discovering the Windows host. In order to discover and manage Windows from ViPR, we need to use WinRM. This is native remote management for Windows. In WinRM, we need to configure authentication and encryption as well. So let's open a remote desktop connection to the physical Windows host. From that physical Windows host, we open the command prompt. And the first command we run is WinRM quick config. This command enables WinRM and it creates a listener on the Windows host. When we're prompted to create a listener, type yes. Then we want to verify the existing configuration. Now if you're looking closely, you'll notice that the host doesn't support unencrypted communication and it doesn't support basic authorization. And we need both of these enabled in order to continue with the ViPR setup. We'll now proceed to change the encryption and authorization parameters in order for ViPR to work. Now that we have completed the configuration, log out of the physical host and log back into ViPR. Now we'll add the Windows host. So we need to assign a name, an IP address, and provide the login information for that Windows host. It is very important to select the Validate Connection and Save checkbox. This will actually verify connectivity to the host, and if connectivity is not possible, it will come back with an error. As we can see, connectivity was successful, as the validation was successful as well. Now that the Windows host is added, let's add the Linux host. So from the drop-down list, you can select Linux host. We're going to be using SSH to connect through the Linux host. So enter the IP address, username, and password. And for both hosts, a project is not necessary at this point. When both hosts are discovered, notice that the Windows host shows device discovery failed. However, since the host passed the validation process, it is ready for provisioning. Now that we have added the physical host, it's time to add the Vcenter Server. In order to do so, click on Vcenter at the top of the page and click on Add. Assign a name to the Vcenter Server. Assign the IP address of the server and the username and password that's used to log in. Make sure to validate the connection. Choose to add the server, refresh the view, and then verify that the server has been added successfully. At this point, as we can see, we have added Vcenter Server, physical hosts, data protection systems, fabric managers, SMIS providers, and all different types of block and file storage systems. This concludes our discovery demo.